US President Donald Trump spoke with Prime Minister Narendra Modi just a couple of hours ago to discuss the ongoing conflict in the Middle East and the importance of keeping the Strait of Hormuz open. So now we're looking at a likelihood of this war de-escalating. The announcement was made by US Ambassador to India, Sergio Gore, in a post on X. He writes, and I quote, President Donald Trump just spoke with Prime Minister Modi to discuss the ongoing situation in the Middle East, including the importance of keeping the Strait of Hormuz open. Now, this call, amidst heightened tensions in the region, where disruptions to the vital maritime corridor could impact global oil supplies and energy markets, came a day after Donald Trump announced a halt to the planned attacks on Iran, citing productive talks with Tehran and delaying a strike on Iranian power plants by at least 5 days, conditional on the reopening of the Strait of Hormuz. Now, on one side, Donald Trump says the conflict could be nearing its end. He talks of major points of agreement, of productive talks, even suggesting the war is, in his words, almost militarily won. This comes after the US-Iran war, now in its fourth week, has sparked debates within the Trump administration about whether the strikes were justified or not. So Trump isn't receiving support from his own country. The United States President Donald Trump has placed responsibility for this decision to launch military strikes against Iran on his Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth. In fact, precisely what Donald Trump said, that Pete Hegseth has advised us to go into this war. Listen in.
Then unfortunately I called Pete, I called General Kane, I called a lot of our great people. We have great people, and I said, let's talk. We got a problem in the Middle East. We have a country known as Iran that for 47 years has been just a purveyor of terror, and they're very close to having a nuclear weapon. We can keep going and get that 50,000 up to 55 and 60 is no end, or we can take a stop and make a little journey into the Middle East and eliminate a big problem.
And Pete, on the other hand, says that Trump would ultimately decide when this war would end. Behind the scenes, names like his top envoy, Steve Witkoff, and Donald Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, emerge in what appears now to be a quiet back channel with Tehran. So, may not be formal diplomatic talks, but at least back channel talks, according to Trump, is on in full swing. But Iran, on the other hand, is calling this out, flatly denying any negotiations with United States, or particularly with Donald Trump or his leadership. Senior leadership of Iran, including Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf, is publicly rejecting the very idea of talks now, calling it fake news aimed at manipulating oil markets and masking what they describe as a strategic deadlock.